BBC Micro. Okay, this is the second of a series of videos rather on the evolution of Elite, my tribute on the 30th anniversary. And I thought initially part 2 was going to be a combination of intercutting between the original Elite footage in combat and docking with the new Elite Dangerous combat and docking. I first played the original Elite when it came out in 1984 on the trusty BBC Micro, which you can see over there, and it took me something like 6 years to get from harmless to dangerous, and I never did get any further. And whilst I've kept the BBC Micro, the original save games have been lost. I played it, of course, on the emulator, many emulators on the PC since then, but I've never got back up to dangerous. I think the most I've got to is competent. So I don't really have any save games from the higher ranks. So what I thought I might do, actually, before I did do the combat footage, is to perhaps cheat. And I thought I might cheat by possibly hacking a save game file. However, in my little box of goodies here, with all the original Elite stuff, piles and piles of it, and I showed some of it on the, in fact all of it more or less, on the original part one of this series. There's a dart wheel. What I found amidst all this lot is a guide to playing Elite, which was published by the BBC Micro user, 1984, 1985 perhaps. And part 1, there's 2 parts. Part 1 is actually on the web. It's on the site Stairway to Hell, which is a website with archive games of the BBC on, BBC Micro computer. But part 2, as far as I'm aware, this has not been published anywhere. And look what it says here. Contains exclusive cheat program. And inside here it's got a description of every single byte in the save game file and what those bytes contain. It will be relatively easy to hack it directly, except there's a checksum at the end of the file, and looking at the algorithm for that, this is written of course in BBC Basic, although BBC Basic, being a pretty flexible language, allows you to include segments of assembler. 6502 machine code assembler language, and here's the actual checksum routine. It's pretty straightforward. It goes, just totals up the bytes, the sum of the bytes I guess, but there's a bit of EORing going on here, and I thought, well, shall I try and sit down and work that out, or shall I perhaps type in this BBC Basic program so I've got the utility to cheat with? And in the end that's what I did, and it took a little bit of typing. As you can see, there's a few pages of this thing all the way back up to here, and once I typed it there was lots and lots of typos which I had to correct, which the BBC Basic interpreter was showing up as errors. But finally got that done, and finally got it working, and now I can play the game at the rank of Elite with the best hardware and big cargo hold and all the rest of it. And guess what? It's no fun at all, because once you take away the point of trading, and once you take away the need to make kills, and once you take away the need to upgrade your weaponry by spending money, what you've got is a basic arcade game, a very good 3D arcade game with combat, but nevertheless just an arcade game. It's the magic of the arcade game, plus the trading, the docking, the updating of the weapons, the kills, the ranking. It's that synergy of those things that makes Elite a magic game. Okay, I'm going to load up my little cheat program that I typed in, which I've saved on this drive as cheat. So it's a matter of load cheat. That's the sound of the emulator emulating a BBC 5 1/4 disk drive, or was it 5 1/2? 5 1/4 disk drive. I should have turned it off. Never mind. Now we've loaded the program. I'll just list it so you can see the basic code. There's quite a bit of it. Well, I guess it's not that big. 2690 in increments of 10, so there's 269 lines of code there. Let's run it. Do I want to load a previous commander? Nope. Okay, we're now presented with all the options. So first of all, we'll have a bit of money, like 500,000 or so. Perhaps not make it too obvious that I'm cheating. There we go, 197,000. Alter the equipment, fuel, cargo bay. Can I have as big as I want? Let's try 500. Okay. 253. Big enough. ECM system present, yes please. Fuel scoops present, yes please. Escape capsule, yes, that's very important when you get into trouble. And also the famous energy bomb. Energy bombs were wonderful when you were about to die, surrounded by a multitude of baddies. I wonder if Elite Dangerous will have an energy bomb. Are you listening, David? Maybe not. We'll see. Now then, energy unit, yes, of course. Whoops, okay, that's number 9. Yes, we'll have one of those. I think that's a computer, isn't it? Energy unit, yes. Oh, naval. Not heard of that before. Cheat's obviously something magic, but we'll not cheat to that extent. Well, I assume naval's probably the most powerful, so we'll go naval. A docking computer. Everybody aspires to a docking computer. If you were a beginner, it was the thing that put you off Elite most. Trying to dock was a real challenge. I'm going to cover that in one of the videos, I think. Okay, that looks like it. And so we'll press escape, it says. Okay, alter equipment. Just did that. Alter lasers. We'll have the best, apart from cheating again, that is. So we'll go for the military laser for front and a military laser for rear. And left and right, we'll probably have mining lasers just in case we need those. Press escape. How are we doing? Set number of missiles, well, we can always buy those. The rating I'm going to leave at harmless. If you're putting Elite, I think it's really as pointless as I indicated earlier. You can zap everything in sight and you've got no goal to achieve, so we'll leave it at harmless. And you can still zap everything in sight, I assume, because you've got the best weaponry, but we'll see. Perhaps not. Perhaps you'll still get defeated. Status clean, Galaxy 1, alter cargo, no, we'll do that when we play. And set the mission. Well, in Elite, when I originally played it for those 6 years or so, I never got a mission. Why was that? I don't know. Are they random? Or do you have to do certain things? I never really found out why there wasn't a mission available for me. So we'll leave that at before mission 1. And that looks like it. So escape and enter a file name. So we'll call it 14.01 and the drive number 0. Done. I can now load that into Elite and play with those parameters. Here we go.